In recent years, the application of green energy policies by many governments worldwide has created a global boom in the electric car industry. In 2009, the Chinese government decided to give comprehensive support to the industry and began to provide subsidies. Governments at all levels of the CCP directly subsidize new energy vehicle manufacturers, and units and individuals that buy new energy vehicles can also enjoy reduced or exempted car purchase tax in big cities. With vehicle purchases and restrictions, new energy cars have become the exception. Statistics from the China Association of Automobile Manufacturers show that in the first 7 months of 2022, total NEV output and sales were 3.28 million and 3.2 million units, up 118 and 116.1% year-on-year, respectively. China has maintained its leading position worldwide for 8 consecutive years, demonstrating continuous explosive growth. However, Meng Juan, the owner of a private Chinese business living in the US, said that the CCP wants to use new energy vehicles to demonstrate that the Chinese market is the largest and fastest growing globally. But this is an even worse problem than Chinese real estate, because most new energy vehicles are subsidy frauds. According to reports from the CCP's official media channels, some of the CCP's subsidy quotas for new energy vehicles are higher than the selling price of the cars themselves, thus generating many types of subsidy fraud. There are currently several types of fraud that have been exposed. Firstly, report a lie about the car, which has a brand but no car. Under the CCP's subsidy policy, factories can only receive government subsidies after producing and selling vehicles to users. However, some companies still need to make cars, but have forged customer information, obtained car license plates, and applied for government subsidies. According to the authorities, Suzhou-based Kim Long automobile manufacturer, Suzhou King Long, reported 1,683 new fake energy vehicles in a year. Second, misreport key parameters and identity mismatch. These parameters include cruise range, battery capacity, and vehicle bus length, directly related to the specific allowance amount. The CCP government sets subsidies at multiple levels, and misreporting key parameters may result in higher subsidy amounts. Third, buy back batteries and conspire together to commit subsidy fraud. In China's new energy vehicles, the highest component cost is the source battery. According to reports, the battery accounts for about 40% of the vehicle's price. However, battery systems and cars are incompatible, so some companies sell and buy cars from customers after receiving government subsidies. After purchasing, they fix it into a traditional gasoline-powered vehicle, and then sell it in the countryside. At the same time, they install the removed battery system for the next car, from which they repeatedly apply for subsidies. Of course, those so-called customers are family members, who also make money from this purchase. The 3 types of subsidy fraud mentioned above are methods identified by the CCP's media. Meng Juan said that there is also another advanced trick, which is not considered cheating in the legal sense. It reasonably uses loopholes in the CCP's subsidy policy, self-production and self-consumption, and moving from left to right hand. The so-called self-production and self-consumption mean that after the new energy vehicles are produced, they are not sold to ordinary end users, but to affiliated companies, i.e. downstream leasing companies fully invested or contributed by these automakers. As long as the cars are sold, manufacturing companies can receive financial subsidies from the government. As for whether this car rental company is doing well or not, it doesn't matter. If there is a profit, even better. If the business is not good, you can take the car out and get the most expensive battery back to continue earning and take another turn. Meng Juan said that wherever new energy vehicle manufacturing companies existed in China, you would find new energy vehicles parked everywhere on the streets, in alleys, under viaducts, and in empty car lots. It's all new cars. They put it there for the public to see. It's all used to cheat benefits. There is no exact data on how much the CCP has spent on new energy vehicles. According to estimates by analysts, the amount of subsidies accumulated over 13 years is at least hundreds of billions of yuan. This figure excludes the investment hundreds of so-called new energy car companies have received. And what is the current state of these companies? NIO, Xpeng, and Li Auto, the so-called 3 strong in China's new energy car manufacturing force. are currently loss-making. According to the three companies' annual financial statements, NIO posted a net loss of 14.437 billion yuan, about $1.99 billion. XPeng Motors lost 9.14 billion yuan, about $1.26 billion. Li Auto lost 2.03 billion yuan, about $280 million in 2022. Compared to 2021, the three companies mentioned above all delivered more cars last year. Revenue also increased, but the opposite loss was also more significant. Meng Jun said that China's new energy vehicle companies do not make money. They rely on state subsidies. While the CCP government is canceling subsidies, the electric vehicle industry has also started a fierce price war. Since the beginning of this year, Tesla has made many price adjustments, and the drop in price of electric vehicles has swept the world. Dozens of automakers in the Chinese auto market have had to cut prices in turn. In addition, the escalating US chip ban on China has also affected China's electric vehicle industry. According to the report, electric vehicles use over twice as many chips as non-electric vehicles. He Xiaopeng, chairman and CEO of XPeng Motors, said during a technical architecture conference in April this year that eliminating the auto industry has just begun. Only 8 major auto companies will be in China in the next 10 years.